All hail the Clicks crew. You guys asked for it, and I'm delivering it. We are talking about a Heroclix team featuring the John Stewart LE from the DC Heroclix Green Lantern Recharge OP kit. I did a video previewing the entire kit. So if you guys want to see that video of the 3 figures included in it, make sure to check out the YouTube card now for that information, and then come back to this video if you want to see a Jon Stewart team. But this is that video, so very interested in bringing this video to you. It is a 300-point Justice League team, but before we get too far into this video, I wanted to take the time to mention that Mr. Clicksflix is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the RC. No matter if in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe is the winning role for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicksflix is also sponsored by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Please visit trollandtoad.com and use the promo code Mr. Clicksflix for 5% off your Heroclix order today. And pretty much everything that you see in this video, you should be able to get at either of the channel sponsors, so make sure to check them out, like I said. So first things first, we're going to take a look at Jon Stewart, the guy we're focusing this team around. And the hard thing about Jon is that he is a team player. He's not really doing too much just on his own. So there he is with that. And we're going to take a look at what he does real quick. Just a quick rehash. So Green Lantern Sector 2814, phasing teleport. When Jon Stewart uses it, he can carry a friendly character with the flight symbol if they share a keyword with him. He has the Green Lantern Corps, Justice League, and Soldier keywords. And then he has a special on his defense called the Architect, which is Barrier. Toughness. Barrier is free, but only if Jon Stewart has 2 action tokens. Friendly characters adjacent to his barriers can use Steel Energy. Energy Shield Deflection. So that's pretty cool there. They get tough +2 to their defense against ranged attacks. So that's really cool there. So really what I'm trying to do with this team is we're going to take a look at the back of his card first. So he's got an 8 range, which is really healthy. Green Lantern team ability, so you can carry 8 characters. Running shot, telekinesis, that special indom leadership. So really, we're using him to help us get our characters into the fray. So what we're going to do is he's going to be carrying people, he's going to be TKing people, he's going to be using his leadership. And then if we can, we're going to take some pot shots with him. He's not really a flashy attacker. He's a good team player. He's got good team powers. So what we're going to do to pair him up, we're going to use Kyle Rayner from the same set, or I suppose LE set. And we're going to be using him at his full 125 points. So that's 200 points between these 2 characters. So Kyle here, once we get this focused up here, has the same trait where he can carry friendlies, which is good enough. And then he's got a special on his attack, which is sacrificing for Oa, stop pulse wave. When Kyle Rayner uses it, he may choose to not have his range. If he targeted 2 or more characters, hit characters are dealt 3 damage instead of 1. After resolutions, KO Kyle Rayner. So that's pretty neat there, like a last-ditch pulse wave. And special on his defense is overcoming fear, defend, invulnerability, protected outwit. And he's got improved targeting, ignores characters. So as we can see at 125 points, he has a 7 range dual target, 10 attack with running shot, 10 movement with running shot, flight ability, 11 attack, psychic blast, 18 defense with that special, 3 damage with perplex, and indomitability also. So Kyle here is going to act as our main attacker. We're going to get him up to a 4 damage or a 12 attack with his own perplex, which makes it respectable enough, but there's still a few more things we'd like to be able to do The 4 is good. We could use a little more panache, though, a little more stat modification. We don't have any prob yet or anything like that. So in order to get that, we're using another Justice Leaguer, which you guys see me use a lot. Basically, if I'm making a DC team, you're going to see her on it because she's such a good figure, and that's Zatanna, number 61, from the Batman the Animated Series set. And she's just good. She's got this Justice League Unlimited trait where at the beginning of your turn you roll d6, remove an action token from another friendly character with the Justice League keyword. That's 100 points or less. So that's just Jon on this team. Then she's got a special on her attack, which is Penetrating Psychic Blast, Telekinesis, free generate a Bat Bystander max 2. So that's pretty good there. What's a Bat Bystander, you might ask? Well, it's this guy, which admittedly looks pretty terrible if you're just looking at it on its surface. 2 movement with sidestep, 0 attack, 14 defense, 0 damage with a special. But the special is enhancement and shape change, so it gives +1 damage. So between the two of them, you can give +2 damage, which is good. And then the special on her damage is perplex and probability control. So here we go, and we're using her at 75 points. She's got the Mystic's team ability, 6 range, single target, 7 movement with sidestep, 10 attack with that special, 18 defense, super senses, 2 damage with that special. Okay, so now, all of a sudden, we've got Kyle here with his perplex. We've got Zatanna with her perplex, and we've got 2 Bat Bystanders. So we can get Kyle up to a 5 damage, 13 attacker pretty easily. We could get him up to a 6 damage with a 12 attack pretty easily also. And then we could, we're maxing out of the 13 attack with him. So that's pretty healthy there. So that's a Justice League theme team. And then, we're just going to throw a little bit more flair on it because Kyle's good, but there's a few things that can make him better, and we're going to be using the exospecs to make him just a little bit better so that he can be our main attacker and so that Jon can fully support him. And don't worry, I didn't forget Jon's the main character on this team. We're going to be getting into the role he's playing, and it's going to be integral. What do exospecs do? Well, these are, in my opinion, it's one of my favorite items to use in the game right now. They're a light object for 12 points. Free if this character is at least 30 points. Choose a standard speed or attack power until your next turn. This character can use that chosen power, but can't use any other power of the chosen type, speed or attack. 12 points. So we're going to put this on Kyle. It's going to give us an opportunity to give him hypersonic speed if he needs it. Poison if he's based and it's an off turn where he can't really attack or move. Sidestep, Pulse Wave is another big one that you would try to give to him with this. And then that's it. There's 13 points left over on this team, so you could use ID cards, you could use more equipment. You guys put in the comments below what you would do with that remaining 13 points. That'd be pretty interesting for me to read. So basically, what are we doing with this team? How's this going to work? Okay, so Jon has Barrier. That's the special on his defense, and he has it for his first 3 clicks. And that's what we want to make use of. We want to pick maps that have a lot of blocking terrain where we're going to get a lot of use out of that barrier. And it says when he has 2 action tokens, you get to use it for free. So what we're going to be doing is turn 1. We're going to just basically barrier with him. We're going to TK. We're gonna do one of 2 things, depending on how aggressive we feel like we need to play. We can TK the exospecs out to Kyle turn 1, barrier ourselves in with Jon, and then wait a turn, and then see what goes from there. Or we can TK out Jon with Zatanna, have Jon barrier from that point because he will be further down the field, and then basically have Kyle carry Zatanna, set them down on the exospecs, and then the beginning of your next turn, barrier goes away, and what you can do at that point is you're going to be rolling for your leadership, hopefully removing one from Kyle, You're going to be, at the end of your previous turn, you will have hopefully spawned a free bat, and you'll be able to do some form or fashion of a running shot attack with John. And then at that point, he has 2 action tokens. So after he attacks, he's able to use his free barrier. And you can also attack with Kyle at that point before you throw up the barrier. So you're going to get your 2 attacks. And then on your 3rd turn, you'll still have 2 action tokens. So before you clear, you're going to throw up your barrier. You're going to be attacking with Kyle. And that's it. You're just that's basically all you're doing, is you're just going to be slowly marching down the field with John. So what it's going to be is 2 out of 3 turns you're going to get free barrier, and you're going to be able to attack with them. So your first turn, you're going to have to action barrier. Second turn, you can attack, free barrier. Third turn, you can free barrier again, all the while attacking with Kyle. I could see a school of thought where you'd want to put the exospecs on what's his name here, on John, so that you could get some better attack powers with them. That's a possibility. You could use other points. You could throw Goblin Glider on Kyle so that he has hypersonic speed. Any of the Mandarin rings could probably help him out. There's a bunch of equipment that would help Kyle out pretty good there. And yeah, that's basically it. You could conceivably run a team that was double John with Zatanna, so that you could attack barrier. Like, you could just keep barrieing and attacking, doing double barrier. And I actually think that's something viable to think about right now, given that there's a Vulture's Avengers team that's going to be floating around, and this is a good way to barrier that off. Even if you lose map roll, that double barrier is going to be hard for players to overcome, and basically you're always going to be able to at least do 1 barrier for either free or power action for it. So you guys let me know what you think of in the comments below. It's a pretty simple concept. You're basically leapfrogging down the field, doing as many barriers as you can, sneaking in an attack to get that second token on them, and then getting your free barrier third turn. And Kyle's just cleaning up people. And then you have also Zatanna, who can be doing attacks and probs and things like that. And just getting damage all over the place. So, yeah, like I said, let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Let me know what you think of that double Jon Stewart team. I'd be really interested in getting your thoughts on that. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.